Your Uncle Don't Know Nothing podcast. Your host, Sauce, the analyst, Doc Prime, Big Play Joe, MJ the Playmaker, and Coach Peyton.
All right, well, let's move on over to the NBA because there's a lot of talk going on in the NBA West because Houston is back to being the number 2 seed. A lot of people like how they playing together, but don't really trust them. Who you more sold on, OKC or Houston?
Well,
I'm
sold
sold
on
on
to do
to
what?
OKC. I'm sold
To
on to
win the West.
OKC because they've been playing longer. They've been playing longer. They have a little bit more maturity, like that age range. They have a little bit. They have guys that started young. Now they are seasoned veterans, but still young, and they still there. As far as they didn't have too many moving parts in OKC. You have a lockdown defender in Dort. You got a scoring machine in Alexander, and you got Chet. He's doing this thing like he's very versatile, going in and out. So they have the bench and they have the veteran leadership to help the other younger guys along the way, and that's I have more confidence in them because they have the actual youth slash experience, and they can run the old guys off the court, and that's what's going to happen. I don't know nothing anyway.
Run the old. All right, okay, running the old guys off the court. I'm old enough to know that there's something called old man strength,
Oh, Lord.
and
Yes,
I'm
Lord.
just not. I'm I'm just not sure you're gonna just run the old guys off the court. I'm
Well,
I'm
that's
I'm I'm old enough to know about that old man strength.
I don't think that old man strength work in professional sports. The only thing that old man strength work in is you might some young dude smack you in the face, and then you got 9 seconds of explosiveness. And you got to use those 9 seconds wisely. That's the old man strength. You got to put them down quick. But in an hour-long professional basketball game, that old man strength could be gone early. Early. If them young boys do what they supposed to do, they will run them old men into
Yes.
retirement.
So,
Guys will be saying they ain't ready no more.
so
It's just like
I'll
what
say it like this. I like that the Thunder and Rockets are the two teams that top the Western Conference. New breed of teams we're seeing kind of be the best out there and dominate. Um, Not going to say too much about Oklahoma City, except for when I look at the difference between the two teams, I see two differences. One that may really matter, and one I'm not sure if it matters or not. The first one is Houston doesn't have a go-to scorer. They don't have an alpha dog. I watched them the other night. They were in a close game, and when it came down to the final minute or so to get buckets, they're just passing the ball around like a hot potato, not knowing who they're going to, who's getting that shot. I'm seeing, certain players shoot the ball who I'm like, why did you guys pick him? But neither here nor there. Lack of a go-to is going to make it difficult for you to win the conference. And then coaching. I think in the playoffs, head coaching matters the most. And I got to say, I'm highly impressed with Ime Udoka. He's a great coach. He did great in Boston. He came to Houston. He's doing great there. Nobody thought he would have a team as number 2 in the West. So those are two differences. Who has the better coaching, and can Houston develop a go-to scorer? But I think what's really going to decide it is the ranking. Who is it that they're playing? If I'm looking at a first-round matchup for the Thunder and they're going against the healthy Clippers with Kawhi Leonard playing at 95%, then we can see Oklahoma City go down in the first round as probably one of the best, records to do it. But likewise, the Clippers could move up to 7, and then the Rockets are playing. And so if the Rockets are playing them, man, I got the Clippers taking them out. So I really think it's going to come down to seeding and who you play. I think if Oklahoma City has to play the Clippers, and then if they get past them and they have to play the Lakers, I don't think that Oklahoma City is going to get to the Western Conference Finals. And I think the same thing for the Rockets. I think they're going to need good matchups. They're going to need, some injury help for the other teams so they're not playing against a fully loaded squad. but I don't think it's in their hands to control.
All right, so what about the number 4 Lakers? They holding tough. Luka, they got a problem at center, but they actually shooting 36% with the 3-pointers. They're a little shaky, but you got LeBron James, somebody that's used to going down the stretch, championship games. You got Luka now. He's got a bad reputation about the postseason, but he's never played with LeBron. I think you're right though, MJ, about the rankings, but where you see the Los Angeles Lakers in the postseason?
I'll tell you like this. One, I think Luka does have a good playoff record now. He just went to the finals with Dallas. And then two, I think it's going to kind of depend on who they play and how healthy they are. There's still enough time where nicks and things can add up. I've been watching LeBron, and he seems to be wearing down a little bit as the season goes on, and that's not great. Luka never looks healthy. I mean, he could tell me
Never.
he is, but the way that dude moves, I'm like, you're
Never.
not healthy. Something's wrong. But I think this is what I'm hoping for. I don't want to predict how far the Lakers will go. I want the first round to be Lakers Warriors. I want to see Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green go against LeBron James and Luka Doncic. And I don't think they're getting swept by anybody, man. I think that's a great send-off to that generation. Warriors, Lakers in the playoffs, and if they can go 7, I think that's a good send-off to like what we all remember from the years they were battling each other for supremacy, etc. I mean that's a good storyline. So my hope is that we get that.
Yeah, Bronny James can keep him in it, man.
You said what? Bronny James, what?
Bronny James keep him in it.
Hey, they saying the D League wouldn't be nothing without Bronny James. Bronny James is shining a light on the D League. They got people talking, man.
I had somebody in the barbershop tell me Bronny James the best G League player that's ever played.
Yeah.
I had him stop the haircut immediately.
Man, quit playing, bro. Man, quit playing, bro. Man, quit playing, bro. Man, quit.
Hey, he got the reputation. He got the king. He the king of the league. They say he the face of the league. He definitely that. He's definitely that because
I tell you, from a business standpoint, the NBA. This is how I know NBA's been making some mistakes. We should, never be talking about the G League in any type of serious sense unless it's the summer and the only video footage we got of NBA players is them on a beach on a banana boat, right?
Fact.
And then 2, they're letting the WNBA roll up on them too, where people are talking about the WNBA at times where it used to be like somebody said WNBA, you'd be like, well, hold on, man, the NBA season's still going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So from a business perspective, they need to get back on that. If I were them, I'd be like, look, we're not talking about Bronny's G League stuff no more. Most fans don't even know that exists, and they shouldn't. If you want to watch basketball, there's only one thing that's basketball. Everything else is, basketball's not on, so I'll watch it in a similar way to what the NFL does.
Yeah.
And everybody know the D League is an NIL league anyway, so.
Man, basketball that got so soft though, man. I mean, even the fight was whack. Like, I was like, they was calling that the Malice in the Palace. I was like, Malice in the Palace too. I was like, no way, no sir,
no. And the thing
man,
is,
I didn't see one punch thrown. I ain't see nothing. I was like, man, look at these dudes. These dudes they not tough guys, man. They ain't rough no more, man. They just not.
They're children. They're young, right? They're not grown men. They're children, kind of learning their way, and so they're not rough and tumble, man, like Ron Artest and Steven Jackson running up in the stands and wearing people out. Jermaine O'Neal sliding across the ground, punching a fan. They're not like that anymore.
Yeah, because now, like, if you listen to an old story with Charles Barkley, he said, hey, when I was a rookie, what was it, Moses Malone went upside his head and said, look, Don't get mad at me. This gonna happen all night, so you need to get used to it. Stuff like that. You ain't gonna hear those stories.
Yeah.
Now the stories would be, hey, when I first got here, man, they played me in a game of Madden, and we played all night till game time, and I had to put the controllers away. I had to put the controllers away because I'm the rookie. That's the stories we gonna get.
Yeah.
Like no tough guy, nothing. Like the basketball court was the most dangerous place in the hood. Cause when you out there balling, a fight is gonna break out. Period.
Well,
especially if you getting the best of somebody, they gonna fight.
Hey, some of the veterans are responsible too, though, because I watched Russell Westbrook last night for Denver have one of the worst last minutes of the game ever. He lost that game for them. And then as he's leaving the stadium, he's trying to go get in the fans' face who probably told him, man, that was the worst minute of basketball I've ever seen in my life. How soft you got to be, Russ? Just get out of the gym, man.
Yeah, because you know you played bad.
You know you played bad. And you're going to go get in the fan's face who you know, oh, well, I'm bigger than this guy, so I'm going to go punk him. Well, why didn't you punk the layup and make it?
Facts.
You know, it's just softness all over the league, and it's coming from the top down.
Your Uncle Don't Know Nothing podcast.